Leading him out in his 10th NFL season now from Texas A&M, Ryan Tannehill.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. Two touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
On first down, Tannehill. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field.
We go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns. We got this thing.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in April's draft, the rookie from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. Off of play action, here's Lance. There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Play action, now it's Lance. And he will find his man Ruggs. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way
receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Anthony Schwartz, his 19th touchdown now in the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. His ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On second down, it's Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Lance. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now this throw caught left side. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. DK.
Oh, well. If it isn't the one I just beat last night in 2K. How you doing, QB? How you doing, brother? Oh, how about this? How about this? If it isn't the one that helped me beat the Catman. Yes. He didn't have no help. No help down there. There's nothing he could do. Nothing he could do. I felt bad. I know you and Jimmy was pissed.
Lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2 score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back to and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better?
I think I missed it.
This game?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Nice rhythm throw.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Located his tight end, made a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Now he pissed me off a couple times. Like, look up, God.
Still good yardage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
My God.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good
touchdown Texans. Zach Pascal with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
You got to get in the
good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Yeah.
On the return, Andy Isabella. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Maybe one day he'll run.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DK Metcalf.
Yeah, for Jason.
His 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's why I stopped doing it.
Yeah, this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From just shy of midfield, Tannehill, middle of the field. He finds Pascal. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Taking it by Pascal out left. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Tannehill throwing again.
Oh, yeah.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Henry runs as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The all-pro pass rusher Joey Bosa able to make the tackle there. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him.
All right.
39. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And despite the fact...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Henry Ruggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2 and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Play action, it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. .37 yards on the
I stacked up on them big man that can shoot.
The Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. On play action, Lance completes this out left to Ruggs. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I got
Henry Ruggs, 87 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
Starting
the
5
evidence was right there.
Trey.
And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is Just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
I thought I noticed
with the extra point.
I couldn't figure out what it was. Something different.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Hey, John Collins went off in the game
for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So, CD, you talk about this football team, and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career, so that's not always real.
I guess in GTA, I was watching this little clip on TikTok. You're supposed to find, there's an option where you can find Tupac.
To move forward.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. Being chased out left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Trey Lance taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Tannehill, and that is incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. 7 yards to pick up there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run with Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. That's into the hands of Pascal. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tannehill on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Here's Tannehill. Complete. It's Johnson.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Tannehill's throw complete there to Johnson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now a play fake. Lance. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Yeah.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign.